Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Lathifa Puan Azizah. As an English department freshman student, I learned some basic English lessons, and one of them is basic reading. Now, I would like to explain to you what I have learned before for half semester in this basic reading class. Maybe not all of them, but just some lessons. So, let's check it out. But before I explain the lessons, I will let you know what reading is as an opening. Reading is the process of looking at a series of written symbols and getting meaning from them. When we read, we use our eyes to receive written symbols and we use our brain to convert them into words, sentences, and paragraphs that communicate something to us. Reading has so many benefits that will be useful in our life. By reading more, we become smarter since we are consuming a lot of information. Also, we are empowered to discuss and add a unique perspective that we gain from reading. Reading improves our concentration and memory. Reading helps us make decisions better. Also, reading can help us to relax and even sleep better. Next, we have some famous and successful people who really love to read. First, there is Oprah Winfrey, an Afro-American talk show host. Second, most of us already know who he is. Yes, he is the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Then there is Emma Watson, which is also known as Hermione Granger from Harry Potter series. And even a K-pop star loves to read. He is RM, the leader of the most popular K-pop boy group BTS. Behind the best-selling books, there are great writers and their magic hands that make such masterpieces like that. These are some of great writers. First is Stephen King, which is known as King of Horror because of his thrilling horror novels. Next is J.K. Rowling with her much-loved series Harry Potter. And there is Haruki Murakami, a Japanese writer his books have been best-selling in Japan and internationally. Now we will talk about the fairy tales. We saw that fairy tales are full of sweet chemistry and magical adventures. But did you know that these stories are actually modified versions of unconfrontable historical events? The facts that fairy tales are actually not as bright as we think, which often involve violence and sexual abuse. For example, the story of Cinderella. In the real story that written by the Grimm brothers, the stepsisters cut off their heels to fit in the glass slipper. Most of the novel adapted movies are not 100% accurate to the original novel. That's why some of the novel readers refuse to watch the movie version. Well, I've watched the live action of Attack on Titan, and in my opinion, it's much worse than the manga or anime version, so I will never continue watching that. But there are also some worth watching movies that are adapted from novels and comics. It actually depends on how the directors work. Some people expect that anime is only for kids, because most of us seeing animation fun and attractive for children. But I have to tell you that it is a wrong statement. Anime series have complicated storyline and contain some inappropriate materials for underages. Besides anime, there is also some American cartoon series like The Simpsons or Family Guy, or hero series like Marvel and DC, which is often mistaken as children's show. So we have to take a look at the ratings before watching a show. Is it very important? Yes, it is. Why? Because there are some movies that show some violence, gory, or sexual scenes, and they can affect children's behavior. So make sure that your kids or your little siblings watch shows that's suitable for their age. Now I'll explain to you the film rating system regarding to the Motion Pictures Association. First, general audiences means the movie is suitable for all ages. Second, parental guidance. Adults have to accompany their children while watching this movie. Third, PG-13. It is similar to PG, but there are some materials that are appropriate for children under 13. Fourth, restricted, because under 17 should be accompanied by adult while watching this movie. And last, NC-17. NC-17 stands for No Child 17, and it means children and teenagers under 17 are not allowed to watch this movie. I will also explain to you about rating system in Indonesia. First, semua umur means it is suitable for all ages. Then there's bimbingan orang tua, which is children should be supervised by adults while watching. Next, remaja. This shows is for teenagers up to 13. And last, dewasa or adults in bahasa means it is not suitable for children and some teenagers under 17. Okay, I should end this presentation. I apologize if I made a mistake before. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.